Hey guys, welcome back to the Wall Street Bull. Anthony here. I hope you're all doing well and staying positive out there. It is never a dull and boring moment in crypto, finance, and the stock market. That is why I love doing daily market updates. Now today is Saturday. It is an early one. It is 1 p.m. here in Melbourne. I hope everyone's having a good Friday evening around the rest of the world. And of course, a nice Saturday morning. Welcome to the live stream. I know it was a bit of a spare of the moment thing, but I wanted to give an update to everybody. Let me know in the live chat if you can hear me clearly, as I just want to make sure you all can hear what I'm saying. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. All right, guys, there is a lot to get through today. Let's just go have a look. I'm going to be going through the updated XRP rich list, which I haven't done in a few months. That number is actually increasing every single month as well. And the wallet addresses alone for XRP holders is also increasing. We've got Ripple XRP price flips to bullish after $75 million in liquidations, which is really nice as well to see that. New Binance CEO in connection with Ripple. It's fascinating. I'm going to be having a look at that. We also have the SEC literally in that Kraken charge right there, not listing XRP as a security, which is very, very bullish, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Jim Cramer, and I believe he's honestly crashed the crypto market in general because he was actually saying to buy Bitcoin, and that's usually does the opposite of whatever he says, which is hilarious. Let's have a look here. We've got Solana seeing heightened discussion rate amid the price hitting an 18-month high as well. Let's have a look at this, guys. So I'm getting warnings here. The stream's current bitrate is this, lower than recommended. We use bitrate there. Let's just get rid of that. Can you hear me all clearly, everyone? Welcome to the live stream. Let me know where you're based around the world as well. I'd love to see that. We've got the Court of Montenegro approving an extradition of Terra Luna founder Do Quant, which is interesting as well. MicroStrategy stock is hitting a 2-year high, and I can honestly say after watching Michael Saylor at Oz CryptoCon, that was pretty bullish stuff there. He's made billions of dollars in crypto gains. We've got here's how to, obviously Bitcoin gets to $1 million in the next 2024 bull market, which is going to be interesting. Coinbase, their Bitcoin reserves are actually skyrocketing on the back of Binance's charges from the SEC. And again, I honestly believe this is all planned. Kathy Woods actually dumping $700,000 of GBTC shares. That's Grayscale, which is interesting. Bitcoin's ETF might come up at Thanksgiving, which was not all that long ago. It was a couple of days ago. So we haven't seen that just yet, but I'm still remaining very optimistic that we could potentially see a Bitcoin spot ETF in the next few months. And I'm going to be going over the altcoin season index. That's something I haven't done for a long time, which has been the top performing altcoin in the last 90 days. Also, I'm going to be going over my crypto bots with 3 Commas, who are an official sponsor of the channel, and OKX, as you can see behind me, very, very bullish. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you. Welcome everybody. Let's have a look here. We've got North Carolina in the house. We've got Chicago, London we've got in the house. Let's have a look. Kentucky, Delaware, Brisbane. We've got Atlanta, Georgia. We've got Bonneville right here, Arkansas, Gold Coast. Very, very nice. So we do have a few people here. And yeah, I do apologize. It's been a busy couple of days, so I didn't manage to get a video done yesterday. But anyway, nevertheless, let's get into it, Bulls. Anyway, massive shout out and thank you to every single one of you who have subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you are new to the channel, make sure you smash the subscribe button down there and turn on that little bell notification, because as you can see right here, I absolutely love documenting my journey with investing, with cryptos, dividend stocks, growth stocks, talking about passive income, building financial freedom, and of course my goal at the end of the day is to build generational wealth. So come along this incredible journey. Things are about to get pretty crazy in this space. Also, if you can give this live stream a thumbs up, watch it straight through, would really help me push this channel out to a lot more people, because the YouTube algorithm is absolute magic when you find, ladies and gentlemen, do that, all right? So make sure you give it a good thumbs up. It is down there on the PC, and if you're on your phone, have a look, because it always changes. Anyway, also, little disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and due diligence with this stuff. I don't want to see anyone get financially hurt. That is why my number one golden rule is I only invest what I can afford to lose. And yes, we don't like to lose. You can lose money like that in the blink of an eye in crypto. So please be careful out there. Do your own research and due diligence. This video and stream is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Right, ladies and gentlemen, the formalities are out of the way. We've got more people coming around here. We've got people from Georgia, Edinburgh, Shepparton, Texas, South Africa. Wow, that's incredible. We've got Italia in the house, Washington. I love seeing people from all over the world. It's awesome. So let's get into the live stream. Straight to community tab. If my phone wants to load, the lag is horrible at the moment. Sorry about that, bulls. Now, top altcoins in the portfolio. This was 4 hours ago. We had Electroneum. It is part of the Digital Pound Foundation with Quant and Ripple, which is nice. LCX has been doing incredibly well, given the fact that Binance has some issues, obviously, with the CFTC and regulators. So LCX has been pumping because of that. We've got AGIX, we've got the Graph, which is getting listed, by the way, on Binance in Japan. And we also have TLM, which is Alien Worlds. I honestly believe play-to-earn games on the blockchain will make a big comeback in the next bull market. So I do hold quite a number of these, such as Axie Infinity, Star Atlas, Illuvium, of course, Alien Worlds. Really good projects and really good games as well. So that's going to be a big one. Now, also the US CFTC, that is the Commodities Futures Trading Commission. They're cracking down on crypto in the United States, and it seems to be going around the world at the moment, as I mentioned in my, last week with the whole episode with Westpac Bank and then blocking out my transaction to a crypto exchange. This is what happens. But the US CFTC is escalating its regulation on the crypto sector, focusing on decentralized finance platforms and enforcing stricter compliance and digital asset derivatives trading. And with regards to the derivatives trading, this is an issue in Australia and Canada, in the UK as well, where they're not allowing derivatives trading. You need to be officially licensed to do that, which is really annoying, I understand, but this is the way things work. So it's just getting harder and harder. This comes after its obviously major action against Binance and CZ, that is Changpeng Zhao, for regulatory breaches. And this fine is insane. But $4.3 billion was the settlement amount, as well as him leaving the exchange and staying away for 3 years. And this crackdown emphasizes the CFTC's commitment to market fairness, which is absolute bull, and strict adherence to the US regulations and evolving digital asset landscape. Very interesting stuff right there. And yes, I had the night off. We actually went to see Dermot Kennedy last night at Sydney Myer Music Bowl, which is incredible as well. So that was a really good show. Anyway, let's have a look at the crypto market. And welcome to those 188 people. Let's have a look. We've got Compton in the house, Texas. Very nice to see people joining. Welcome to the live stream. Total crypto market cap, and this is in Australian dollars. I always do this because I'm doing a lot of trading at the moment. Let's switch this back to US dollars. We have 1.4 trillion US dollars at the moment, total crypto market cap, $54 billion in volume. It is extremely low, to be honest with you. When this starts to creep up to about 130, $150 billion dollars, in 24 hours, that's when things start to get really interesting. 51% Bitcoin dominance. We've got 17% Ethereum. Again, I would love to see this be overtaken by XRP. It has done it previously. So there you go. We have also 27,162 cryptocurrencies, and I would assume that at least 90 to 95% of those are absolutely useless and are securities in fact. But the real true coins, which I personally have researched many times, will be around for a very long time. And you can see here in the last 24 hours, it's been extremely volatile, going up and down. Let's have a look in the last hour. Things start to look up over the weekend. It has been very volatile this week because of Binance. So we have to stick this through. This is what happens. Anyway, top altcoins. We still have the Graph, AGIX, LCX, TLM in the portfolio. CFX and Near Protocol. That is getting listed on Binance Japan. We'll see where that one goes as well. Also, the full list of my altcoins goes up every single day in my Patreon. By the way, the Wall Street Bull University, that is linked below, so please feel free to join up in that. Now, let's get into the news. And yes, again, before I do that, the Wall Street Bull University is linked below. This is my official Patreon page where I put up all my buying, my sells, my trades, my indicators, day trading bots, my full setup guides for my 3 commas day trading bots with OKX, the full 15-minute videos in here. This community's grown so much. Currently sitting at 777 members. There is 1,458 posts. a lot of useful information in here, and this would be considered financial advice on YouTube, hence the reason why I have the Wall Street Bull Patreon. But anyway, it's a really nice community, and I love speaking with everyone in here directly as well. You can DM me, and there is also a new chat feature which got activated probably about 2 weeks ago now. Makes it a lot easier to communicate with everybody with instant updates, and the news goes up here as well. Also, my dividend stock portfolio, the dollar cost averaging buys that I do every single week go up in here as well. And this is something how I've been very, very bullish on for a long time, and it's basically how I got started on YouTube. Now, we're going to have a look at the 3 commas bots. And I must say these have been doing incredibly well, but in the last week it's been very difficult with liquidations because I am trading with leverage. So just please be aware of that. Don't trade with leverage unless you are well and truly prepared to lose that money. Also, the Black Friday sale for 3 commas is happening right now. You can get like up to 60% off, I believe it is, on the yearly membership. So you can actually buy out the entire year, or alternatively, you can buy the monthly subscription. You will get a discount on that if you use the referral links below, Bulls. Now, again, you can also buy out a lifetime subscription. This has only come out in the last 7 days, which is incredible. So instead of worrying about either monthly or yearly fees, you can buy out a lifetime membership with them, and that is all linked below as well. This is the app on my phone. I prefer to use the desktop site to set up these bots because it's just a lot easier. It's very difficult to set them up on your phone on the app. This is just great to monitor the progress of these bots trading. And you can see right here if I go to the deals, and again, apologies for this terrible internet connection. Let's have a look right here. Okay, so I've got multiple bots set up, trading both long and short. The multi-pair bots that I've got running, and by the way, you can literally copy all of these from the Patreon. I've got the full 50 bots linked in there as well, so it's just copy and paste, or you can set up your own or edit the ones that I have. It's pretty straightforward. I am trading on an RSI indicator on a 3-minute time frame, so you can choose many different indicators that obviously that you prefer. Coming down as well, you can see all of my single pairs that I'm trading on a long position as well. Put it this way, if you were to trade these day trading, it would just be impossible. You could not do that, and that's why most day traders literally only find a few that they like to trade, such as a few altcoins. They trade one at a time, whereas with 3 commas, it allows me to trade the entire market pretty much 24/7. So really, really nice. These 2 perpetual futures ones here are trading all of the perpetual contracts on OKX. So it's covering the whole market. And as you can see, there is 149 deals currently with this one and 143 on here. We've got 149 fully activated on the short position. And you can see right here, the long position is also at 102. So that puts things in perspective. Now, let's go to OKX and have a look. They are an official partner of the channel. Let's have a look here. There are some big liquidations that have taken place because of Binance and the CFTC charges against CZ. This crashed the market, so this week hasn't been a great week. I'm being honest with everybody. I'm currently down $900 on the day. On the week, it's $3,700 I'm down. However, on the month, I'm still up $5,900 in itself. That's insane when you think about it. An additional $5,900 is a substantial amount of money for somebody working in a month. 6 months, I'm still up $22,188, which is incredible. That's 97% right there. Now, you can see that my capital has increased in this because that was the transaction that got blocked by Westpac during the week, and that was a disaster. If you don't know what happened there, go back on my X page, have a look at that, because there was a whole story, and it was absolutely horrible to experience there. The bank actually blocking out my entire account for a period of 48 hours until I went into the branch. It was a disaster. But you can see the positions open at the moment is 209 positions opened up with OKX. Orders in the book at the moment are 575. With the plans on 3 commas, you will need the Pro subscription in order to do the same thing that I'm doing. There is a basic plan, which is for very general and basic trading. It's up to you if you want to use that. Or there is an expert plan as well, which you can trade up to 2,500 positions, which is ridiculous if you ask me, Bulls. That would just simply take hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Anyway, let's have a look here at the history of the trades. Now, again, it has been a very volatile week this week in crypto. Having a look here, they're still making profits, small profits. 1.5% is what I've got my bot set up to. You can set these to whatever you like. Just bearing in mind that the percentage of profit that you take on the deals is going to reflect how long they actually stay in the deals. The smaller the profits, as you can see, the less profit they're going to take, but they're going to be more consistent. The higher the profit target, say for example, you set them at 3 to 5%, they're going to be in the deals a lot longer, and I want them in and out as quick as possible. And it's been quite good. This deal alone, these two made me with Solana trading on 15x leverage. And again, I do not recommend trading with leverage. That is at your own risk. And AVAX, these ones here made 28 USDT, 19 USDT, 6. This one I got liquidated out of the position. This is what happens when you trade with leverage. So just bear that in mind. That was a loss of 74 USDT. This happens, especially when there's huge market moves. As you can see right here, there's another couple of liquidations here and this one here. This is because of the CFTC and the SEC putting fear in the crypto market. This is what happens. These couple of liquidations were big. This happens, but I let them run. I've been letting them run for 6 months non-stop. And again, I'm well and truly prepared to lose that capital. So that's the decision you need to make. But all in all, these have been incredible. And I've been using 3 commas now for 2.5 years. And then OKX became an official partner of the channel because I can trade with leverage. And this comes down to your preferred exchange. You can use 3 commas on Coinbase Pro. You can use it on Binance, but just bear in mind as well, you can't trade with leverage on Binance in Australia, in the United States, the UK or Canada. You cannot trade with leverage. You just have to stick with standard spot trading. And I did put up a video on Thursday in the Patreon as well with regards to that on how to set up the spot trading accounts. So you can do that as well. So up to you. Join the Patreon. You'll be able to find out all of that information. So there's a lot in there as well. Let's go to Crypto Bubbles. And if you are new to the live stream, welcome. 400 people right here. Let's have a look. We've got New Mexico in the house, Vancouver, Canada, Switzerland's in the house. How nice is that? And Texas. A few people from Texas. I can't wait to get over to Texas. I'm telling you now, I'm going to love it. I love my cowboy boots. Okay, let's have a look. We've got Mina token up 17% today. That is at 82 cents. Really nice as well. Not that I hold Mina. Tau coin right here, I should say, Bittenser right here is up 25%. Is that how I pronounce it? 295 US dollars. The graph is doing quite nicely at 15% on the day. That is at 15 cents. And I do hold the graph as well. That one has been in the portfolio for a long time. Casper is probably one of the best performing assets this year. That is up 1,475%. Just gonna have a sip of water. Did anyone actually buy Casper in the early stages of this year? Because that is an incredible gain. I actually saw somebody on X who invested $5,000 into Casper at the beginning of the year, probably I would say maybe late last year. 5,000, that subsequently turned into $3 million. And I did see that a few days ago, so that is wild. Let me know in the live chat if you actually bought Casper. Very, very nice. Let's have a look at some other coins that I'm very bullish on. We have Chainlink as well. $14 at the moment, trading USD, up 1.4%, 7.9 on the week, and 31% on the month, which is nice. And some other coins we have here. Axie Infinity, $6. And this is no joke. During the peak of the bull market, I was dollar cost averaging into Axie Infinity at $80. That was 60 US dollars, which is crazy when you think about it. Everything here is still at a discount because we have not yet entered the full-blown bull market, because the Bitcoin halving is occurring next April. Solana is still doing incredibly well. It's up 79% this month alone, 58 US dollars. It's up 306% this year. And I've been holding on to my Solana since the collapse of Sam Bankman-Fried's FTX as well. So seeing some nice gains with Solana. And Raoul Pal, Goldman Sachs hedge fund manager, has done a significant amount of analysis on Solana and predicts this will potentially be the same as what Ethereum was in the last bull market, going from a few $100s up to $4,000. That would be incredible. Let's just wait and see what happens with that. Let's get to the news. Now, everyone's been waiting for this as well. I haven't done this for a while, but it's the XRP rich list. So I like to do these every few months because this number actually changes. And everyone knows I'm extremely bullish on XRP, and that is the golden child. However, to be in the top 10% of XRP holders, you'd need to be holding 3,559 XRP. 5% is 11,000. We have 4% 15,000. 3% is 21,000. We have 2% at 35,000. Let's have a look here. We've got 1%. You need to be holding 66,000 XRP. 0.5%. This is starting to get into the upper echelons of holders, and this is a significant amount of money. 116,000 is 0.5. $250,000 is 0.2%. And if you're starting to get up to the 0.1%, which is 440,000, you're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars here. And the 0.01% is 5.5 million XRP, which is insane. There's only 487 people around the world that have 5.5 million. And I would love to know who those people are. They're probably a lot of banks and institutions, but there you go. Now, having a look at the wallet addresses, if we have a look here, number of accounts. Now, this is slowly increasing. Since the last time I did this, let's just get, we've got I think it was around about 4.8 around there. There you go. So, no, sorry, about 4.6, I should say. This is in July. This is probably the last time I did this. And we've gone now from July, 4.7 million people. We're increasing to a high now, which is the 9th of November right here. Oh, sorry, I should say the 12th. 4.8 million wallets. So this has been steadily increasing, which is really nice to see as well. So again, it's not that many people around the world when you think about it that actually hold XRP. So really, really nice. And welcome to the live stream. Where have we got here? We've got Canada, India is in the house as well, South Africa as well. Very, very nice. More people joining. So there you go. That is the update on the XRP rich list. I like to keep the community updated on that. Having a quick read of this article because there were some liquidations that took place in the last 2 weeks. But after rejecting a monthly peak of 72 cents USD on November 6th, the XRP price experienced intense volatility. Following 2 consecutive losing weeks, the XRP market steadied as general sentiment flipped to bullish again on Thursday. Derivatives market data trends paint a clear picture, or I should say paint a clear picture on how bulls regain control of the market. Thank you, that is nice. And according to the derivatives market tracker CoinGlass, XRP perpetual futures traders had endured liquidations of more than $75 million in 16 days between November 6th and November 22nd. That was only a few days ago. Mathematically, this works out to be an average of $4.7 million in positions wiped out daily during that period. And if you're trading perpetual futures like what I am, when you have announcements like that, which nobody can predict, yeah, it sends shockwaves, I should say, ripples through the community as well. So a lot of fear, and people tend to get liquidated, which is what happens. But a close look at the chart below shows the long bullish traders took the largest hit. However, since the market flipped to bullish on Thursday, liquidations have reduced significantly, which they have. And with only $3 million in positions raised in the last 3 days combined, which is actually nice to see that. Now, let's get moving on to the next news right here. And yes, I do apologize. My phone is really laggy today and it's really annoying. I'm just going to wait for this to adjust. And we seem to have some technical difficulties here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just wait and see what's happened here. Doesn't want to change. Here we go. We've got it working. Sorry about this. This is live. I can't help it. Anyway, we've got Binance CEO, the new CEO. I'm going to keep doing this regardless, and if the article pops up, it does. We have some real slow stuff going on here at the moment. Let me just see if I can close some windows here, Bulls. Let's just close this because it'll make it quite quicker. Okay, that seems to be fixing it. There we go. We've got new Binance CEO, Richard Teng. Which is interesting because he actually is tied somewhat to Ripple, which is nice. An appointment of Binance's new CEO, Richard Teng, unveils hidden thread connecting new chief to world's largest exchange to forces of Ripple and XRP, which is interesting. In a surprising turn of events, crypto enthusiasts have unearthed a significant link between newly appointed Binance CEO Richard Teng and a world-renowned provider of crypto solutions for business, Ripple. Teng, who recently took the reins of Changpeng Zhao after the aftermath of the groundbreaking $4 billion settlement between Binance and the US regulatory authorities, has a history that intertwines, I should say, with Ripple's expansive network. And digging into Teng's professional background reveals that he has once a key member of the board of directors at Lulu Finance, and during Teng's tenure, the company solidified a partnership with Ripple, making a significant chapter in the history of cross-border blockchain money transfers. The Ripple Lulu connection did not end there. In May 2023 this year, Tranglo, a long-standing partner of Ripple, initiated its expansion into the Middle East through the strategic partnership with Lulu Money and subsidiary of Lulu Financial Holdings, and the Singapore link as well, adding to the intrigue of Teng's extensive background at the Monetary Authority of Singapore, where he spent over a decade before leading Binance Singapore, interestingly. In October this year, Ripple secured a license to operate in Singapore from the same monetary authority, signaling a strategic move into Asian markets. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Now, someone's just given a tip right here. I will get to you, all your questions, by the way. I've just seen that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'll get to everyone's questions in a second, guys. Now, moving on, let's have a look at this interesting article. Funnily enough, XRP in that Kraken lawsuit again against from the SEC against Kraken, XRP was excluded from this as a security. And the SEC's lawsuit against Kraken excludes XRP from the alleged securities, raising eyebrows at the inviting scrutiny over crypto regulations. It is a commodity, it is not a security. And the SEC's lawsuit against Kraken has unveiled an intriguing omission in the alleged crypto securities list. And XRP has notably been absent from that SEC's lineup of accused crypto assets listed by Kraken. And the SEC has demanded that Ripple pay out millions in damages to its institutional customers. And this is because they are still proceeding with the XRP sales to institutional clients. They are considered securities, which I think is utterly ridiculous. However, that is literally the only thing remaining in this court case between Ripple and the SEC. That is it. The charges were dropped against the CEOs Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larsen. XRP was deemed not to be a security to retail buyers, and the only thing remaining, that is the only thing, is the sales of XRP to institutional clients. That is it. And I wonder what's going to happen moving forward as well, given the fact that, you know, they're probably going to be using XRP for cross-border payments, which I believe they're already starting anyway. But what is going to happen with further buying if institutions want to just buy it off exchanges? That won't be considered securities. It's only the sales in that time period in 2018, which is going to be interesting. Now, moving on, we've got Mad Money Jim Cramer. Backtrends endorses buying and investing in Bitcoin. It literally is insane. Every time Jim Cramer speaks about an asset or an investment and says to buy it or is bullish on it, it does the absolute inverse. So it reverses. And it's without fail every single time. He's spoken about Nvidia, it crashes. Real estate stocks, they crash. He spoke about Bitcoin going to zero, it went the opposite way. Now he's saying to buy Bitcoin, it's gone the opposite way. So very interesting right there. I'm not going to get into that, but I'm not saying to listen to me for any kind of financial advice, but if anyone actually listens to Jim Cramer for financial advice, it is just madness. And it's interesting. I don't know if anyone actually sits down and watches his show Mad Money on CNBC, but if you have done that before, it's hilarious. Just watch it. And I've actually tried to call in whilst he's been on air as well. So that is interesting. Apparently, you have to leave a voicemail to get through to Mad Money, and you can actually speak to Jim Cramer. I wonder if anyone's actually done that. We have Solana, heightened discussion rate amid price hitting an 18-month high. And I'm still very bullish on Solana, and I think it's definitely a sleeper in my opinion. And Solana has been experiencing positive crowd sentiment. This has been one of the pivotal factors enabling the 6th largest cryptocurrency based on market valuation to surge to levels last seen in 2020. Leading on-chain metrics provider sentiment and acknowledge that Solana broke out from the $54 price level, a level since seen in May 2022. And discussion rates on Solana have been again spiked, indicating the mainstream crowd recognizes the assets decoupling from other assets. Funding rates are high as well. Also, the fees to transfer Solana are incredibly cheap. This is why Visa Card has partnered with Solana for their payment rail. And this is what I'm saying. Coins that have, crypto coins that have utility, so to speak, that are building out the new payment rails of the future are the ones that are going to be around for a lot longer. So this is what I'm saying. I'm not investing in any kind of meme coin, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu. I do hold those, but that is it. I'm not investing in anything else. Like Pepe, I didn't end up buying that. Now, we've got the Court of Montenegro approves an extradition of Do Kwon, which is going to be interesting. And I'm still holding onto my Luna, by the way. But Do Kwon, former Terraforma Labs founder, which acted as a parent company for Terra Luna, might soon face justice after spending months on the run before obviously being incarcerated in Montenegro. Previously this year, the US SEC accused Terraform Labs' Do Kwon on orchestrating a multi-billion-dollar crypto fraud explicitly involving an algorithmic stablecoin that was UST, and that was devastating for the market and other securities. The SEC asserts that Terra and Quant portrayed cryptocurrencies as securities to investors, characterizing the entire Terra ecosystem as an intricate fraud orchestrated by multiple collaborations as well. Very, very nice. Come here, Gucci. Come here. She's just walking around and she's just cruising. That's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. And also, Richard Hart from Hex apparently is on the run, and I haven't spoken about him on my channel, but the SEC is apparently chasing Richard Hart, and he's literally on the run at the moment. I saw a post on X yesterday about this, and they can't seem to find where he is. There you go, and that's why I stayed away from Hex. When you have a company CEO posting videos of himself buying luxury items, you know, Louis Vuitton, Dior, all of this stuff, Chanel, parading himself around on social media. Look, there's nothing wrong with him buying stuff, but clearly there was something going on with Hex and the coin itself. And again, I do feel bad for those investors that lost a significant amount of money when the SEC charged him with fraud. Anyway, I'm just going to leave that there. Moving on, we have ETFs may come for Thanksgiving, and that's already passed. And I do believe that they will be approved at some point in the next few months. I was hoping, before Christmas, because that would mean, a very nice Christmas present for the entire crypto community. However, I just don't think Gary Gensler, the chair of the SEC, is going to allow that. Moving on, we have the race to launch the Bitcoin ETFs has become a bit more mainstream in the recent months. If the relative asks about it, here are some updates you can share. And this is interesting because this is going to happen. Relative's going to ask. So I've heard BlackRock launch the Bitcoin ETF. Your uncle might say that at Thanksgiving table. This can be applied to Christmas or whatever function, by the way. Well, first you can clarify that let's call him Jim, meets an ETF or an exchange-traded fund. And while the asset management giant indeed wants to bring such a product to the market, it does not yet have the approval. Oh, I see, Uncle Jim says as he collects another forkful of mashed potatoes. I can't say I know much about beyond the headlines. He's right, the story has been subject to numerous stories in recent months, yet the misconceptions persist. BlackRock is not the only one pursuing a Bitcoin ETF. That is true. About a dozen companies, including ARK Invest, 21 shares, and I should say Invesco, as you can see there, Bitwise and Fidelity have similar proposals before the US SEC. Grayscale Investments has said its Bitcoin Trust GBTC, sorry about Gucci running around, is ready to operate as an ETF upon receipt of necessary regulatory approvals. So, there you go, just an update if you want to tell your friends and family. Now, altcoin season index is something I haven't done for a very long time on the channel. We're sitting at 41, so we're in the middle of a full-blown Bitcoin season, as everyone knows. Top performing altcoins in the last 90 days, we've got Casper, Rune, Solana, Render, IMX, Chainlink, we have Injective, AVAX, we have Crow, that is Crypto.com. I do not use Crypto.com, just putting that out there. We have the Graph, we have SNX Synthetics, we have Aave, Theta, Lido DAO, Near Protocol, we've got Bitcoin SV, Phantom, Cardano, Flow, and of course Bitcoin is up 43% in the last 90 days, which is nice as well. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, cryptometer.io. Let's see where the money has been flowing in the last 24 hours. And this does seem to change. We've got the buy flow, money going into Ethereum, Solana, we have Matic, we have Rune, FTT. Stay the hell away from FTT token. Nothing to, honestly, if you want anything to do with Sam Bankman-Fried or FTX, well, that's just dirty and nasty. Stay the hell away from it. That's just my opinion. You can do whatever you like. It's up to you. And of course, Render as well. Let's go to X because there is some interesting videos that obviously came up in relation to these Bitcoin ETFs. Yes, I'm at the Wall Street Bull Oz with the blue check mark. Please go follow that. Don't go following fake accounts. It's very important. These are my XRP skull rings on my website. You can feel free to use those. The Black Friday sale is still happening. So go check it out on the X page right there. There is a link. And these are incredible pieces as well. Kathy Woods, after selling 700,000 Grayscale Bitcoin Trust shares over the past month, the ARK Invest Next Generation Internet ETF by ARK Invest still holds 4.3 million GBTC shares. So again, Cathie Woods is an incredible woman in this space, and I think we do need more women in this space, to be honest with you. It's a very male-driven industry, but she has put out some incredible predictions with Tesla, which again has been incredibly bullish anyway. So I've seen, based on her analysis on Tesla years ago, my stocks have skyrocketed as a result of that. So very, very nice to see that. And I think her price predictions in relation to Bitcoin going to, you know, the millions of dollars aligns with a lot of larger institutional investors such as Michael Saylor, Mike Novogratz, Raoul Pal, Cathie Woods. There's a lot of people that are saying this, and we need to listen to them. Justice Department seeks to restrict former Binance CEO traveling to Dubai. As far as I'm aware, CZ wanted to move to Dubai, but the United States is not allowing him to move because, again, if he goes there, he's going to be free to do whatever he so chooses. And of course, the US SEC doesn't want somebody worth $10 billion leaving the country because he wouldn't return back to the United States. And to be quite honest, I don't blame him, given the fact the regulators are just targeting Binance. As Coinbase, their Bitcoin reserves are increasing as a result of the charges laid against Binance. And I think it was all set up anyway, to be honest. Now, we have a short clip, or a long clip here. I'm going to fast forward this because you need to listen to the this gentleman right here. I can't believe I can't remember his name, but money will flood into the industry. Tom Farley, again from CoinDesk. Have a listen to this.
Right there.
And friend of the show.
I'm going to fast forward to this point here.
Yes, I can rail against it, but that's the position we're in.
I mean, bullish was going to be part of a. I mean, this has been kind of a bumpy road to get to where you are right now. How many employees now?
We have approaching 300. It's bullish.
And a lot in Hong Kong. I mean,
Yeah,
it's global. Right?
Yeah, it's global business. We have about 100 plus in Hong Kong. But bullish, we don't spend a lot of money on marketing. That's why
Have a
you and
listen to
others
this.
probably don't know too
Have a
much
listen to
about
this.
it. It's probably the fastest growing crypto exchange. I say probably only because maybe there's one out there I'm not aware of. We're now number 2 or number 3 in spot, Ether and Bitcoin, the two bellwethers every day. We're the 4th or 5th largest spot exchange. We're launching futures this month with a fair wind. We need a few things to fall into place, including regulatory approval, but we're going to launch futures. So that business is doing very well. Slow and steady wins the race here, Joe. Highly compliant. We have 25 coins, not 7,000. You have to pass a rigorous set of standards.
You know all these people in charge of whether there's a spot ETF. You know them all. They all trust you and they all know you from your prior life. What the hell is happening? Is it something that's going to happen next year? Is it gonna be 2025? What's the deal? What's the problem?
I'm not gonna give you a specific date. I guess I'm a little less optimistic of the immediacy of an approval. In other words, like November or even December. The current chairman and the SEC have said that they believe that pretty much everything in crypto, with the exception of Bitcoin, sometimes Ethereum, and possibly stablecoins, are securities. And that securities, at least in the United States, need to trade on a nationally recognized exchange, and they do not today. And I think these two issues at the moment are interwoven. That doesn't mean they can't be decoupled, but I think there's a view that, hey, if these don't trade on an exchange, how do we know that the underlying prices are trustworthy? The thing about Bitcoin that gives me some optimism is everyone acknowledges Bitcoin is not a security, including the regulators, so possibly the Bitcoin ETF does go ahead more quickly, which would be great for the industry, because money will flood into the industry with the Bitcoin ETF. It's just easy to buy. People believe in Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to be here. Bitcoin's a great invention. It just is. It is a store of value. I know it's volatile. It is a store of value.
Some people think it's a discovery, not an invention. It was already there.
Yeah,
it was always there.
Yeah, I'll buy that. I'll buy that. You've been on Bitcoin.
Of course.
You've been on Bitcoin since the earliest days.
There you go. So money will flow into Bitcoin and the crypto industry. However, it's just going to take time. People need to be patient, resilient. It is, extremely volatile. However, it does indicate that money will flow into this. And to be honest with you, it would make a lot of, people, I should say, it would be a lot easier for people to invest into cryptocurrencies in general, because instead of having to worry about cold crypto storage wallets, a Ledger, a Trezor, an Alipol, they don't have to worry about their 12-word seed phrase. They don't have to worry about self-custody. it's just going to make it a lot easier for people to buy Bitcoin or crypto, Ethereum or XRP, for example. It's just going to make things a lot easier. And again, these institutions will end up buying these assets and self-custodying themselves. The other day, I believe it was Grayscale that named BNY Mellon, the Bank of New York, to, obviously be the custodian of their cryptocurrencies. So, I mean, this is going to be insanely big. There is going to be a lot of capital coming into this market. And again, this is probably, in my opinion, and Raoul Pal has said this, the former Goldman Sachs hedge fund manager, did indicate that this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, given the fact that we are before these institutions. And this doesn't happen very often. I'd say an innovation like this happens every 10 years. We saw it with, emails. We saw it with fax machines. We saw it with, we're seeing it now as we speak with artificial intelligence with the rise of ChatGPT. That is, it's revolutionizing the world. And the biggest one I'd say more so would be the online streaming of movies and films. There used to be video stores where you could hire a movie from the video store. Now that business got completely decimated because of Netflix and Stan and all of these platforms. It's the same thing. It is literally the same thing that's going to be happening. Whether you choose to believe it or not is up to you. Banks are going cashless at the moment. If you notice this in particular around Australia, the ATMs, the teller machines are disappearing off the streets. I've noticed a huge decline in the last, say, 5 years in the area which I live. There are literally no ATMs. There is one in like a 20-kilometer radius. And, I'm not talking about shopping centers. I'm talking about the ATMs that were on the street. They're gone. Banks, when you walk into the bank now, there used to be, there used to be safety things all over the bank. Fly-up screens were everywhere. Now, when you walk into the banks in Australia, any bank, there are no screens. It's all digital. There's probably 2 employees. I mean, when I went to Westpac to have that incident addressed with my locking of my bank accounts because of that crypto transaction, there was no one there. It was 2 people working there. So, and I know for a fact Macquarie Bank here in Australia as well is going cashless. So fiat currency or cash will transition into a central bank digital currency probably in the next, 5 to 10 years. There will be no cash. And everything's tap and go using phones, cards. There you go. It's interesting. Moving on, we've got JP Morgan, one of the biggest banks on the planet, says that $2.7 billion could exit GBTC, that is Grayscale, should the trust convert to an ETF. And I don't see that as being a problem. That is going to be insane. And moving on, we have Christine Lagarde, which is incredible, reveals her son invests in crypto despite her warnings. This is incredible. This is from the ECB. And yes, that is Do Kwon. We have Crypto Rover. Thank you for this post right here. BlackRock is pumping. A lot of Bitcoin buying pressure seems to be coming from Coinbase. That is a result of what happened with Binance during the week. Gary Gensler, everybody's favorite right here, founder of investment manager ARK Invest, has suggested that the SEC chair, Gary Gensler, has political ambitions which are standing in the way of his agency approving a spot Bitcoin ETF. Gary Gensler is appointed until 2026. He was put in there by the Obama administration and he has been there since. Now, moving on, we have the ETF countdown. Approval is expected within 47 days. We will see about that. And the Fear and Greed Index is currently agreed at 73, which is interesting enough. Now, James K. Filan, an attorney out of the United States, and Empower Oversight right here, scored a major email. And this came out incredible, but scored an extraordinary email saying that Bill Hinman, including that shows that the Hinman, this is in relation to him speaking to Simpson Thatcher, that Hinman was warned that he has a bar under the criminal financial conflict with Simpson Thatcher because you have an ongoing financial interest in the firm. This is a warning he got, but he still proceeded to give that speech back in 2018. So it just amazes me that he's still, hasn't been charged with criminal offenses and a conflict of interest, mind you, as well. The new Bitcoin hash rate has skyrocketed as well, and Plan B, enjoy the sub 40k Bitcoin while it lasts, and I don't think it's going to be around for that much longer as well. Anyway, let's move quickly back to the portfolio, and this is my utility coin list. I do post this up in the Patreon, which is linked below. Feel free to join that. Yes, we have Solana in there. Bitcoin is like digital gold and XRP. And of course, Quant, Hedera, all of these coins are the ones that are building out the new payment rails for the future. But that is it. Let's have a look at your questions. And I'm going to end up on the live stream right here. Let's have a quick look. I did notice someone gave a tip right here. Thank you very much, Salamander, at $10. XRP, I will retire. Thank you for what you do. Welcome to Texas anytime, my friend. Thank you very much. And would love to travel to Texas next year. I'm hoping we get over to the United States as well. That's going to be incredibly bullish. Let's have a look. Some other questions right here. Let's have a look. Do the opposite of Kramer advice and you will do well. Yes, I tend to agree with that. Rashad Williams. Casper, IOTA, XDC, dark horses to watch this bull run. Yes, very, very nice with Casper. I think that's definitely one flying under the radar. Hello from everyone from Montreal, Canada. Welcome to the live stream. Let's have a look right here. Let's have a look. It is if you don't sell, just stake it instead. Now, again, in regards to staking, there's a lot of regulations coming out about that. But honestly, I believe in the next few years that banks and institutions will allow us to stake or lend out our cryptocurrencies. There may be something that comes up with XRP in particular, not at the moment. Just keep that one in mind, that there is nothing to allow you to earn on your XRP. It is not a proof of stake network. So just bear that in mind. There's a lot of scams going around. And if you do see the Ripple scam coming up with Brad Garlinghouse as well, which I saw last week, just report it because that's horrible. Let's have a look here. My largest bag is XRP, but I believe diversification is important. Wisdom Wealth Crypto, ALGO VRA is as well. Let's have a look here. What other questions do we have? How many Quant to retire? Quant has less of a supply than Bitcoin. Can you believe it? It's only got 14.8 million and currently circulating at the moment, as you can see on the screen, is 12.073 million. Diluted market cap at the moment is 1.2 billion. And I definitely think this one will be a $10,000 to $20,000 asset in the next 5 to 10 years. I do believe that. Let's have a look here. Hello from Canberra. Welcome from Canberra. Flare is great for passive income in the future if you wrap up and delegate it. That is true. I want to know more about your trading with bots. Positive mindset. I do have, sorry Lim, I've just got a pop up here with YouTube wanting to put ads out, so I'll stop those. My bots are pretty much self-explanatory. The full videos are in my Patreon. It just makes it a lot easier. They're pretty straightforward. So you can adjust them to however many bots you want to trade, how you would like to trade them, either long or short or both, which is what I'm doing. I've let mine run for about 6 months now and have seen some incredible results with that, given the market movement. Bitcoin's increased over the last month alone. So they are a great form of passive income. However, you do need to be prepared for, I should say, if you are an emotional trader and you get fearful, you're constantly checking your bots every day or on OKX or whatever exchange, and you freak out when there's massive price corrections, I don't recommend using it. So if you can't handle big corrections in the market, yeah, I'd stay away from it. But for me, I'm well and truly prepared to lose that money, and that's something you need to be familiar with as well. But overall, they're incredible. They really are. So join the Patreon, it's linked below. Quick one here. You rock. Is that photo in your office, you and Arnie? I'll be back. Yes, it is. That is me and Arnold. That is a legitimate photo that we took in 2015. So yes, that is real. Any info on Spell Token? No, don't know about that. Let's have a look here. I'm late, but I'm here. Welcome, Richard. Don't be foolish. Remember, XRP was at 23 cents. I remember when XRP was lower as well, and it was a lot higher. Money printing will continue with impunity right here. Very nice. G'day from Tassie. Welcome from Tasmania as well. Thank you, Positive Mindset. Yes, please do check out the Patreon. There's a lot of information in there, guys. So I've just posted up there this morning as well. But anyway, that is it. I'm out. Going to go and have some lunch, and I will speak to everybody tomorrow at some stage. Actually, I can't tomorrow because I have a wedding on. So I'm going to be having the day off again tomorrow. So I do apologize. But a friend of mine's actually getting married, which is going to be nice. So I will speak to everybody on Monday with the video. All right. have a good weekend, and just remember that the markets do tend to be all over the place on the weekends. It's very volatile. This happens every single weekend because obviously there's not a lot of traders sitting in front of their computers over the weekend, and usually everyone's away doing their own thing with family and friends. But yeah, I like to dollar cost average Monday and Tuesday. Anyway, thank you very much, Bulls, for watching. Thank you to those 1,162 people. You guys absolutely rock. And I will speak to everybody on Monday. Hope you have a good night, a good afternoon, and a good morning. And if it's morning wherever you are in the world, have an espresso. All right, peace out, guys. I'll speak to you then on Monday. Bye.